Did you just go silent for a second? Because it sounded like you said
No,
what?
I was just waving.
Yeah, it looked like you said something and then you didn't.
No, I don't think I did.
Okay. So welcome to Sprints and Chats with Kat and Abby.
Yay!
So I am still recovering over being sick. So if anybody is watching, this is just going to be a very laid back version of Sprints and Chats.
Yeah. Oh,
But
happy for it.
Yes, but I wrote a little intro anyway, because like I do for everyone. So now I'm going to read this. Abbey is an Australian booktuber whose first video was uploaded on July 19th, 2015. Her channel's 8th anniversary is coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, for her channel's anniversary, we should also push her closer to 1,000 subs because she deserves it. She's the newest She's the newest co-host of the Because We Can Readathon, loves romance novels, and has 2 adorable pets, a dog named Max and a cat named Azriel.
Yes.
Welcome to the show.
And I'm so excited to join. You know, fact though, is my BookTube anniversary is actually earlier because my first video that I uploaded, I actually deleted because it was so cringe. So it's something that like probably not a lot of people know anymore because it was probably in the first 2 years that I actually deleted it. So it was my like introduction to my channel. So like you see the first video, it was worse than that. So, and it's funny though, because I always count that first video, but then people, like, as you said, with the date of my video, it's just like, actually, like, it's just this week. It just, I'm always like, when I get to this week of the year, I'm just like, oh, another year of BookTube.
Yeah, this is your anniversary now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way Sprints and Chats work is we're going to have 2 talking sections and 2 reading sections. They're going to be about half hour each. And then I have like a topic to cover in each talking section. I have some questions from Instagram. I am not as prepared as usual because I've just been trying to breathe for the past 3 days.
Yep.
But Tracy's also here.
Hi, Tracy.
So, first section, I have a couple of Instagram questions and we're going to talk about books because what else would we talk about? Okay, so first question is from Instagram and it says, how does it feel being so awesome?
Oh, good. Oh, that's such a nice question. I don't know. I just try. Thank you.
And that one was from Sash.
Yes, hi Sash.
I love the timing of
awesome.
Love the timing of Sash's comment. Okay, let's see if I can summon another person. I have another question for you from Instagram. Thoughts on avocados?
Oh my gosh, I don't really think I have many thoughts on avocados. I like them.
Okay.
I will eat them.
That's a thought.
They pretty much go with everything. Like they're honestly probably one of my favorite, like, I was gonna say vegetable, but they're technically a fruit because of the seeds. So, but I do like eating them a lot. So good thoughts.
Yeah, you started off with you had no thoughts, but then you had some thoughts.
I've never been asked that before, so.
Well, now you have. That one was from Meredith.
Good question.
Yeah. I was intrigued to see what your thoughts on avocados would be.
That should just be like a staple, like in your chats now.
I just switch it out with a different vegetable or fruit each time.
Yeah.
And then I have another Instagram question, but we're going to do that in part 2 of the talking.
Okay.
So tonight, what are you reading?
Oh, I am reading The Amber Spyglass by Philip Pullman. So I've been reading this for a while, but because like, obviously because Weekend happened and then I was buddy reading. So like, this is what I always do is like, I have the best intentions, but then I have to put my book down because I have too many other things to do. But I am up to page 186. It's going all right, but it's like, it's one of those books where it's like, it's very slow going, a lot's going on. And I'm trying to be like, do I understand it? Probably not. Am I enjoying it? Yes. So that's all I can hope for.
Yeah, as long as the vibes are good.
Yeah. And I also really want to watch the show, so that's motivating me to continue on.
Yeah, I'll probably start the show before ever reading it. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's like they're okay. They're like solid 3-star reads in my opinion, but like I feel like the show does a pretty good job anyway, so you kind of like you can read the books, but the show is pretty good.
Okay, nice, nice.
What about you?
So I am reading. It's for like a Instagram post and YouTube video I have to do. It's a short story collection called Writers of the Future, and it was like a competition and people won it and stuff. I haven't
Okay.
started any of the stories yet. Um, and it's like all fantasy and sci-fi stuff. The one problem is it's only available like they gave it to me through an app and my
Okay.
iPad is too old to get the app, so I have to read it on my phone.
Oh no. How long's the book to have to read on your phone for?
I think it was like 400 to 500 pages of short stories, so I'll just take it in chunks.
Yep. But they've been interesting because you've read some, or are you starting it now?
So I'm about to start it.
Okay, it's about to start. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, how come you've never read Bloodlines? I'm guessing that's to you.
Do you mean like oh my god, why am I forgetting? Because like Bloodlines and like Vampire Academy, Rochelle Mead. Do you mean Rochelle Mead? Because I have read them.
Yeah, I was like, I've definitely read them. So I
Like
went
I
to
read them
yeah,
all.
yeah, because I went to the Australian release party of the last Bloodlines book, and the actor who played Adrian in the book trailers was there.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I remember being so obsessed with those trailers as well. Like they were so like, just like, oh my god, these characters. I am actually one of those people that prefers Bloodlines over Vampire Academy, but I still really liked Vampire Academy. I just
Mm.
really liked Adrian and Sydney as well.
That didn't clarify things. Who were you directing the question to?
But like I always mention Adrian so many times, Sasha. Why would I know him if I haven't read them?
Well, I mean, Adrian is in Vampire Academy, and you do see him quite a lot.
Oh, that's true. That's true. See, I just feel like he was kind of like toolish in Vampire Academy. He was still good, but like he develops very well in
Yeah, well,
Bloodlines.
that's the point. Like, now we're going into sidetrack, but in the TV show, people were like, "Oh, they're just showing him to be like a playboy like type person." And I'm like, "But that's who he is when you first meet him.
Yeah,
He has to
because
go
we
through his
only
character development."
and because you're seeing him from Rose's eyes, it's not from his POV yet, so it's different.
Yeah. Mm.
Yes, she loves them as
See,
well.
I also adore Sydney and Adrian, but I also love Rose and Dimitri. Like the two couples were meant to be together.
Yeah, 100%.
And I don't remember what your mum talked about.
Do you mean like the app? Well, at least we answered your question and it was an easy one.
Yeah. If you have any more questions, Sash, type type them in. Do we want Abby's thoughts on pears? What are your thoughts on pears?
Um, I feel like there's too many degrees of pears, and this is because like I also work in a supermarket, so I know all the different types. But I do like pears.
Good.
Actually, controversy. I like to eat them when they're hard, when a lot of people like them soft.
Okay, fair. I don't eat them enough to really have that much of an opinion.
I didn't realize I had so many opinions on fruit and veg, but apparently I do.
Yeah. Yeah. So, admitted, do you mean submitted or she's just read them?
Because if she has, that'd be really cool. Like if she
Yeah.
puts them in.
Favorite breed of each fruit.
Oh my gosh, there's too many to pick. Okay, like I
Okay,
don't know what my favorite fruit is.
okay, let's go with your favorite type of apple. I feel like that's common enough that you could pick one.
Yeah, I really like Kanzi apples.
Nice. See, the thing is, this conversation isn't that funny. I work with vegetables as well, so, like, we have conversations about types of vegetables all the time. I'm actually weirdly liking Granny Smiths a lot lately, because we get fruit deliveries every week to the office, and we get Pink Ladies and Granny Smiths, and I've just been eating the Granny Smiths.
That's really cool that your office does that though.
Yeah, I've also learnt, it's called Granny Smith. I literally learnt this week, because we have conversations about apples at my work. Is that it's named that because the seed where, like, that type initially came from was in the backyard of a woman who was a grandmother whose last name was Smith. So they're
Oh,
like, "That's a
really?
really good apple in Granny Smith's backyard."
That's amazing. I always love when you get like the story behind something that you just take like don't even really think about it, then you're like, no, that's really interesting.
Yep, I also learnt a lot about how if you plant, like, a seed from a pink lady apple, that won't grow into a pink lady apple tree. It'll turn into a different type of apple.
That yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, the whole thing, and I work with vegetables as well, but we had this whole tangent on fruit. Okay, submitted. So that's cool. I'm guessing she never got into one of them though.
That's yeah, that is still really cool.
Yeah. Finished Fourth Wing. Nice. 5 stars. Nice. I
Now
feel like
I'm
I
low
have
key
to read it
scared
now.
of the hype a little bit.
Yeah.
But I did pre-order the special editions from Big W, which I'm like really excited about, but I don't get them till November. So I will read it in November, hopefully.
I feel like I just have to read it at some point soon, but I want a hardcover as well, but I also am trying not to spend money because I need money for other things.
Yeah,
And then it
yeah.
also comes down to whether or not the ATO approves um, my deductions on my things, so I don't have to pay them $450. But
Yeah. Oh, I know, like, tax is a whole other conversation, but it's like, I haven't got my group certificate yet, and I've just been paranoid. I'm like, I just wanna do it so I know how much I owe or don't owe or what's gonna happen.
I mean, you should be able to, like, on your last payslip from, like, June, whichever one covers the last week of June, you should be able to see that, match it up to what's in the, like, the MyGov thing, and if it matches, it'll be, like, what's on your, payment summary.
Oh, yeah, okay. I just have it, like, because mine keeps telling me, like, you haven't got this part of your tax return ready yet, so you can't submit, so it kinda, like, won't let me go, even though it will,
Mm,
but just yeah.
yeah. Anyway, but we can go into a whole 'nother tangent about how much
Mm,
we hate tax times this year, but
yeah.
okay, pears or apples, which do you prefer?
Oh my god, like, both are good, but I'd probably, like, pick apples if I have to.
Fair, fair. Yeah, would you rather write or be in the publishing industry?
I feel like both sides would be good. Like, I mean, years ago, I would have just said writer straight up, but I feel like there's some cool things about publishing and like being able to do like social media side of things would be kind of cool. But if I had to like fully pick, I'd probably say writer. Like, I used to write stories when I was younger. Like, I did write like this 200-page werewolf novel like 8 years ago. I thought it was really good, but like, it's probably not. I have not read it since. But I would like to be a writer. I just don't know if I can think of like a good enough story. That's like what's stumping me at the moment, but I think it'd be a cool dream.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily come down to, like, if you think it's a good enough story and stuff, because
Yeah.
the same story gets told over and over and over again. It's about making people care about your version of the story.
Yeah. That's true. That's true.
Yeah, she was saying hi to Lola. And it
Yeah.
has been a while since you've been here.
I know I haven't seen her hovering around in the background of them anymore at the moment, but it's good that you're back.
Pre-ordered from Big W too.
Yes, like it's such a bargain.
Yes, so
Mine's
it will
yeah.
be or automatically put in, but they have to, like, press finalize on, like,
Yeah.
their software.
Like, apparently end of July, hopefully mine will be in there. Woolworths is just being a bit slow this year, I think, because like, we haven't gotten any information about them at all, so it's just taking a while.
Favorite dragon?
Toothless? I don't know, I was just like Game of Thrones is where my brain went for dragons first, but yeah, Toothless. Nothing can beat
Yeah.
Toothless, he's too cute.
Love that. Don't mind me. Hold on. I just need to. My nose is starting again. Entertain the masses.
I cannot maintain that for long. I'm too tired. What is everyone reading, actually? What are you guys doing? Because we did not ask this before. Obviously, for anyone not here, I'm reading this one. And I'm excited. She's back.
I'm back. I didn't see that whole thing because I was literally just like right here. But
I was just trying to be like entertain them through dance, but I was just like, I got tired after 10 seconds.
How can we convince you to read Ruby Dixon?
That's Ice Planet Barbarians. I'm pretty sure that's who that author is. I do want to read them. I have them in my Amazon wish list. Like, I plan on buying them. Just, I'm trying not to spend money because, like, I did just pre-order, obviously, other books. I pre-ordered the 10 season, like, the Bone Season 10-year anniversary edition as well. Like, I've been pre-ordering a lot at the moment, and I'm like, I don't normally pre-order, but I do plan on buying them. Probably if I go to an, like, Dimmick soon, I will see them in the bookstore and probably buy the first one. That will probably be the agenda.
Yeah. Well, do you have a Dimmicks like card?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
And when was your birthday? Has it already been this year?
Yeah,
Ah,
in
so
March.
you gotta wait a
I
whole
was like,
another year.
I had to think about it, like.
Yeah, otherwise you could use your $5 from Dimmicks to.
Well, they got rid of the Dimmicks that was in Guitarra, so there isn't one near me now except for Sydney. So it's like I can't really just go to Dimmicks anymore.
I mean, they have their online store as well.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
7 days in June. Nice. I don't know anything about that.
I'm saying I'm pretty sure Tracy was reading this one on our last Because We Can sprint because it was the I'm trying to remember because like each day was like one of the days, but it sounded really interesting.
In the middle of 8 books. Okay, do you want to narrow it down to 3 and we can tell you what to read?
I'm also in the middle of 8 books, so twitting.
I could never.
So as I said, I'm a slow reader, so I have to like softly DNF with the idea that I will read them in a month or two.
It's a bit of a read along with Meredith. Nice.
Nice.
Yeah, the multiple books at a time though, like I'm a slow reader too, but I will finish one before I start another because I don't want their storylines to get meshed in my head.
Oh, like there's sometimes like there was a period like with 2 books that I was reading a while back that I just kept connecting them. Like, I think it was when I was reading one of the Broken Bonds books and A Soul to Keep because like for some reason because they were both indie and they felt similar as I was listening and reading them, I kept being like, "Oh, what's happening in this book? What's happening?" But that's like that doesn't normally happen because like I can easily listen to an audiobook and then read a physical. I just want to be down to 2 for like 2 different formats, but I can't read you because every time I try to, I end up adding like 4 more books to my currently read.
Yeah, no, couldn't do it. Okay, so Dark Fae or Death Walker. I know nothing about either, but I vote Dark Fae just because it sounds more up my alley.
Well, I was just going to say Dark Fae because that's what a lot of people have been reading because it's for the last to read book club. I'm pretty sure that is their book of the month. So that one seems more pressing, would be my reasoning to read that one.
Tracy also said Dark Fae.
So there you go. You know what book you need to read now.
Yeah. I was waiting for any confirmation, but they're on a delay from us anyway, so
Yeah, that's true.
it's always that 10-second delay that gets you. There we go.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, we've reached the part where I'm like, I don't have much left planned for this segment because my brain stopped working. But I did have in here, we can talk about your bookish tattoos because you have multiple now.
Yes, I do. I have many. Well, I say many, I have 4. It's many to me. Yeah, my first one, I have the right arm, was my Heartstopper one that I got last September. Then I got my Narnia tattoo. Little guy there. Wait. I can't get my arm in the shot. There he
Yeah,
is.
we can see him.
And then I have my rune. And then obviously the plane's not bookish, but it's chilling. And I was always like, I think when I got my last ones, I was like, I'm always gonna get like tattoos related to books or shows. And then my next tattoo was not related, and I was just like, well, I just lied about that.
Well, I mean, you can make it related. Like, if you read a book where they travel in a plane,
Oh, I mean, I've read some airport books, but I don't know if I'd want to associate them to a tattoo. But like,
maybe you
see,
just
it's yeah,
maybe you just need to add something to it to just make it a little more bookish.
yeah. I know. Well, I mean, it's like it's my hobbies. I really like reading. I really like travel. Like, it's
Mm.
what the point of it. But it's funny too with this tattoo is every time I show it to people, they're just like, "Oh, I thought you'd have like a more meaningful tattoo. Why didn't you get a compass?" And I'm like, "How are you traveling by boat?" Like, so it's like it is a lot bigger than what I expected because when I got it done, they told me it had to be a certain size for the detail, and like when it was done, I was like, "That's quite large," but like obviously it's there forever, so it's like, "Oh well."
Yeah. I mean, it matches in size to your rune, so
Yeah, well, see, I never actually planned on having them all be like if it's on one side, it's on the other, but it's kind of how it's going at the moment.
yeah. So now you just have to get 2 tattoos every time.
Every time. But definitely I have I have a lot of tattoo ideas, but I have to like think about them for a long enough period and really be set on the concept. But I definitely know I'm going to get an Akatar tattoo next.
Nice.
And then I want to get one for the night circus at some point.
Nice. Nice.
So they're definitely 2 more bookish ones.
Will you continue down the arms, or are you gonna go legs, or
Well, I always thought that I might have done my ankles, but I don't know. Like, I can't really because for me, it's like I have to really solidly think of a spot for it before I even contemplate doing it. So
Mm,
for some reason, it's just always been my arms with
yeah.
every tattoo. Because if I do my Akatar one, I want to put here, and then I'd probably put my Night Circus one up here.
Mm,
So, but I don't have I have an idea for this arm, but I think it's a bigger tattoo, and I'm kind of scared because they
okay.
do hurt.
Yeah. I mean, in your video of when you got the 2 here, like, you put the caption of, like, "Can you see the pain?" But you were silent and stuff, so you handled it well.
I know. I was just like internally twitching because I was like, they're gonna be like, I'm filming this, and then they're gonna be like, how are you filming while you're in pain? And I'm like, I don't know how.
It's because women can handle pain better than men.
Yes, absolutely.
Some tattoos don't need meaning, that's true.
Yeah.
Want another tattoo? What do you wanna get?
I know. I'm so excited for Sasha to get another one because she has 5. So obviously, if I get my Akatar one, I will be tying with you. So you obviously need a 6th one, and
Just
then
keep one-upping each other.
yeah, I know. I do this with my friend where because we both got the Heartstopper one, and then she got the rune. Like I mean, I got the mouse, so I had one more than her. So then she got the rune, and then I was like, huh, I got 2. So now she's got 2, and I've got 4. So it's like it's become a game with us now to be like,
Yeah.
who's got the most?
See, you should have come down to Melbourne last weekend, and then you could have been right in front of an actual shadow hunter and be like, "Hey."
Yeah, I know. Like, get it, and I can't ever show anyone.
So there was One person who came through, they had Jamie's face on their leg, and they showed that to Jamie. Yeah.
That must be, like, such a weird side for actors too when people, like, get stuff like that tattooed because, like, with all the tattoos that I have, they're pretty big authors that I don't know at what point I'm gonna meet this author to be like, "Hey, look what I got." But it would be kind of cool, like, if you wrote a book and then someone's like, "I got a tattoo because of your book." It'd be like, "Ooh," that'd be, like, such a
Yeah.
cool thing.
I would be cool with it if it was something like the rune or the leaves or something, but my face, I would be like, "Really?"
Maybe cover that up. Thanks.
Oh, wait, what will you do for Akata?
See, this is the thing, I never actually say what I'm doing for my tattoos, I like to keep it a mystery.
It's a surprise.
Because also, if I tell people sometimes like, not that anyone's gonna judge what I wanna get, but, you know, if someone has an opinion that can affect how you feel about the concept and the tattoo idea, so I always just try and, like, just be like, "Haha, look, this is what it is,
Yeah,
now judge. It's on me, it
yeah,
can't go anywhere."
yep, and if you say something bad after I've got it, you'll make me feel bad, so you can't say anything bad.
Yes, exactly.
It's not a competition, is it?
It's a motivator, that's for sure.
A sheet ghost reading a book, a Sarah J. Maas tattoo, and kids' initials. All are cute.
Like, combine them somehow to one big tattoo.
The ghost is reading a Sarah J. Maas book, and your kids' initials are like sewn into the bottom of the ghost or something.
Oh, that would be so cute, actually. See, at one point, I was tempted to do, like, one of the ghost pictures from, like, Julie and the Phantoms because 'cause I'm just like, "Wouldn't that be cute?" But then I was just like, "Yeah, that's really niche." Like,
Yeah.
but let's
Yeah.
just say that's what's harder. I see something cute, and I'm just like, "Oh, yeah, I could. I shouldn't, but I could."
Yeah. It's also good to probably wait at least a few years if it's like book or TV show related, just to see if anyone from that thing ends up being a bad person.
Yeah, I know, that's what's hard, like, with some of them when I'll be like, "Oh, no, this thing's happened down the line, please don't."
Yeah. Though it sometimes can end up being 20 years later and you're like, "Oh, well, now there's a lot out there," but
Yeah, that's a good idea as well.
yeah, it'd be cute.
Arrange their initials so it spells like a name.
Well, I mean, there's Feyre, who's Sarah J. Maas, so that counts anyway.
Yeah, that's true. You just have to get, like instead of maybe being, like, initials, you can get, like, something that's, like, Elijah from Vampire Diaries expired, and then Feyre inspired, and then, like, some stars, so that it's, like, people will be like, "That's cool," and you're like, "It's all about my kids." That could be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, see, now I'm just waiting for replies from that,
I
and
know.
then we have this delay.
I know, the 10 seconds is always so fun.
Yeah.
She'll just veto all our ideas and be like, "They're dumb."
Yeah. Right, we are gonna go into reading in a couple of minutes anyway, about a minute and a half, I reckon, according to the timer,
Yep.
and we'll read for half an hour. If you like the book, you will still like the book even if you don't like the author anymore.
Oh, I get you. So, like, if you get a tattoo and something's problematic with the writer, you will still enjoy the book. So, if you
I
got
guess
a
it
tattoo,
depends.
you can kinda
Depends on what the writer's done. Like if I look at anything Harry Potter related now, I think of J.K. Rowling, and that just ruins all of the vibes.
yeah, I try and not associate anything at all. Like, there's things that I'll be like, "Oh, yeah, no, no." Like, and I always just be like, "No, she sucks." For anything I see anything that's Harry Potter stuff, which is
Mm.
it is sad because I did always like it, but it's just, you know, it's kind of ruined, which is
Yeah.
annoying, but yeah.
Mm. Feyre's middle name is Quinn, so that could kind of be related to Bryce. It could be. That was
Yeah.
unintentional when you named Feyre.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. I don't think House of Earth and Blood was out when Feyre was born. I don't
Yeah.
think.
But like Sasha's also married to somebody named Kale, so like it was all meant to be.
Like you totally just was just you probably just like send her emails to be like, name your characters this.
Okay, let's go read now. I have this, which to some might
Ooh.
look Christmassy, but it is winter here right now. So
Oh, I was saying it gives like Dark Academia vibes as well.
yeah. And Quinn was after Harley Quinn, which nice. Nice.
Can I say that's funny that we don't even like think of Harley Quinn, we just think of Bryce Quinlan. Like it's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, let's go read. I'm gonna have fun reading on my phone. And we'll be back in half an hour.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
How was the book?
Good. I don't remember where I said I was up to, but I got up to page 202.
Nice.
They just spent the main period fixing this knife. So like it was a lot of descriptions about forging it. So interesting, but also boring a little bit. But they like something's going to happen, like they're going towards something, then I'm just like, yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but I'll see how I go as I keep reading.
Yeah. Nice.
How are your stories going?
Yeah, so I'm still in the first one. It's called Kitsune, the first one.
Okay.
Um, there was one line I was like, this is relatable. It was, I'm almost 30 and tired. And I was like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yep.
I vibe
Other,
with it.
yeah, other than that, I'm still a little confused, as one usually is with short stories. I think her best friend might be the Kitsune.
Okay. Good
Yeah.
twist.
Mm. Tracy read 28 pages. Nice.
Nice. Pretty decent.
Also feel like I need to sneeze, so if I mute myself at any point, it's because of the sneezes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for it. I have my finger like over the mute button.
I know once you start doing that, like, it's just like, it's going to be bad.
So, in this section, we're going to talk about BookTube.
Hey.
Okay, so I have one question from Instagram, and it's from Zoe, and she asks, "What do you enjoy most about BookTube?"
Oh, definitely like the community aspect of it because like I feel like if we weren't all able to like interact with each other and like doing stuff like sprints or being able to like comment on each other's videos or just mention each other, I feel like I would not have kept it up for as long as I have. Like that's the side of it that I really enjoy a lot, but also being able to like have this like order of what you've read and how your reading tastes have changed over the years has always been like really fun. But I also go back and look at old videos and I'm like, oh my god, like I don't want to watch them, but then I also want to know what my thoughts and feelings were. But like it's definitely something that I'm really glad that I did decide to do, and I want to like just continue for as long as I can because it's fun.
Nice, nice. Yeah, the community is like the majority of my friends I have these days are all from some sort of bookish aspect.
Yeah, I feel the same. Like most I only have one friend that like she does read, but I didn't meet her from reading. And then obviously I have another friend that I went to school with, but she's a big reader as well. So we like reconnected on our love of reading as well, which helped. But it's just like it's good. Like so many people always say that reading's dying, but I'm like, literally everyone I know reads. And that's how I've made my friends.
Yeah, yeah. Sash cleaned the kitchen and put a load of washing on. Nice. Being
Being
productive.
productive.
Yeah, so on BookTube, what's your favorite type of video to make and what's your least favorite to make?
Ooh. Well, I mean, I haven't made them for a long time, but buying book reviews have always been my favorite thing to make because I
No?
do love just being able to like specifically talk about a book and gush about my feelings. But I always sit there being like, is this actually how you meant to do it when you just go, the whole time? Which is like a lot of my book reviews. It's just, I have to have like really intense feelings for the book to actually film one. But I haven't done them for a while. Like I used to do them early on, and I do want to film a book review for a soul to keep, but I haven't done it yet because like I've got 3 videos that I've filmed that I haven't edited yet, which is like fun. But I don't really have a video that I don't like filming because like there's some that I get like a bit tired because I know that I have to film them, but like stuff like, a bookshelf tour, I don't want to film it because it's going to take too long. And like I don't film monthly TBRs because I just don't want to have to restrict myself to what I'm reading. So like technically if it's a video that I don't like filming, I just don't film it anymore. So
Yeah.
I appreciate all of them. It's more if I'm tired and I have to edit a vlog and I'm like, I want to upload this tonight, but I can't be bothered. That's when I start to be a little bit lackluster. But generally, I enjoy all the content that I film and edit.
Love that. do it. Say reading is dying, but either we are so niche or people don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, people will be like, reading's dying, but they haven't tried to buy a book from Fairy Loot, so
Yeah. Oh, and like yeah, I read on my lunch break at work, and I get so many people like, and it's the same people that go, "Oh, I could just never read a book." I'm like, "What do you mean? Like, what do you do with your time?" Like, and
mm,
people always say this to me, like, "I've read 5 books in my life, and I've done this and done that," and like, and then these people don't watch TV either, and I'm really like,
what do
"What
you
do you
do?
do with the hours of your day?" Like, I could
Yeah.
not like imagine not having reading in my life.
No, seriously, like if you don't read anything and you don't watch anything, do you just sit there in silence?
Do you use your phone? Like, do you go for walks? Like, I really like that's bizarre to me. Not the do you read a whole book? It's like reading a whole book's easy.
Mm,
Not reading a book's weird.
yeah. She could do book reviews like you.
Oh. I do love filming them. They're like, as I said, like some of my favorites.
Yeah. Nice. Sometimes the like just the gushing over and getting excited over a book is better than anyone who like goes really critical into a book and like breaks it down and stuff because I'm like I don't care how this line was written. I care about the vibes.
Yeah, well, I sometimes feel like because I just talk about things that happen in the book and then I talk about my reaction to it, but then it's like I'm just summarizing. Am I summarizing or am I reviewing? Like it's hard to like know.
Yeah.
It's a mix. Yeah. I know, like, I'm just gonna be, like, doing this review and I'll be like, "I've changed. It's not romance now, it's monster romance."
Still romance, just less humans.
Yeah,
Yeah, the people probably
100%.
don't know what they're talking about. Yeah. It's also like the movie and TV industry is kind of run by books anyway, because so many of it, like things that are made these days, are adaptations, and those things wouldn't have been made if the books weren't popular in the first place.
Exactly. It's so true.
They socialize. I mean, we're socializing right now.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, we're socializing through reading. Yeah, I, definitely just feel like some people just, like, their brains work differently, but I also feel like reading, my brain also works differently, but I just too wonder, like, how do people live without, like, experiencing this story in their head? Oh my god, Cat is here. I cannot click on the comment because I'm, like, not running anything, but I'm so glad you're here. Are you reading? Oh, she fixed it. Are you reading with us? We still have another 30-minute sprint coming in 21 minutes. So that will be fun as well. I might read another 20 pages. Because you just joined, I'm reading this book. I feel like I'm on the spot. What do I talk about? Someone ask me something, please. But I definitely will film that review. I also finally finished filming the part that I need to do for my Angelica Frankenstein vlog, Sasha. So I'm excited for you to finally watch that. A sideboard delivery. Nice. Why am I suddenly seeing like what is sideboard? I'm thinking of a skirting board, so that is not correct. I'm glad that we can help your boredom though by enjoying me talking and Kat having to blow her nose.
Yeah, I also don't know what a sideboard is. Oh, kitchen cupboard. Okay.
Oh yeah, see, because like the word sideboard made sense, but I was also like my brain can't think of what it means. Because my dad rebuilt our kitchen at our old house and he had to use sideboard, so that's why I know. Yes, it will probably still be like a long time, but I definitely will get it out edited now. Yes, I definitely want to see that video. you can gush about them all together.
Yeah, I wouldn't have enough to make a video like that. I'm trying to think if I've given any 5 stars this year. Yeah.
I just give everything 5 stars at this point. Like I used to be more critical and then I was like, I need to be less critical, and I just go through stages and then I'll go back through my reviews and be like, no, this book was a 4-star read and I rated this book 4 stars. It should be a 3-star read. And I try, like, it just puts me in like a spiral of going through my book. So I'm trying not to anymore because once I start, I can't stop.
Yep. I used to give 5 stars out all the time, and now I'm like, I really have to love a book to give it 5 stars.
Yeah.
I have not given anything 5 stars yet this year.
Oh,
This because there's no Sarah J. Maas book this year.
that's true. That's true. She's not feeding us this year, and it's sad.
Yeah. Haven't done wrap-ups. Yeah, I don't do them either. So
I used to be very vigorous with them, but I don't read enough to warrant me talking about one book in a video. So I just wait until I've got a good chunk of months and then I will film one.
yeah. Most 5 stars have been rereads. Fair.
Fair.
Yeah. It's all about the vibes, which yes, me too.
100%. 5. That's why they get 5 stars. Because I'm like, was it shit? Yes. But did I enjoy it? Also, yes.
Yeah, I'm just like, was I invested and had a good time? Okay, then like I don't read
100%.
critically, unlike Tracy, who was apparently trying to be more critical.
That's why, like, if I annotate more books, I'll just be like, yes, the vibes are good. That will be me every page. And I probably did write that in my copy of Angelica Frankenstein for Sasha, being like, yes, vibing with this. I even put in one point where I was just like, ooh, this is giving me the ick. And I'm like, I'm being too like millennial from like the TikTok things.
Yeah, but like that's how I was annotating the Iron Face series. It's literally just notes of going, ooh, or yes, or okay. Like
Yeah.
that's literally just it. There's nothing critical about it. Cry 5 stars, yeah.
I don't cry in books. So I just the vibes, not the tears.
So you've never had like a character's death impact you so much that you've cried?
Well, like, I mean, if it was like they died in the book and then the movie adaptation came out, I would cry in the movie adaptation of them dying, but just not in the book because I don't see it in my head when I read, so I can't. I'm a visual crier, so if I see it on a movie, I cry. But if I'm reading it, like I still feel emotional about it, but because it's not something that I'm seeing, I don't cry. So that's
Yeah. Fair.
like I used to feel that I had a very vivid like look on things, but I've started to really see that just everything's a blob and the blobs just move.
Yeah.
And I've just had to come to accept that.
Do you when you think, do you think in sentences or do you think in like a
Probably yeah.
interesting? Because I see things very visually and clearly, and I think in full sentences. And it's very loud and it never shuts up in here. So on the other end of things, it must be so quiet.
Well, I say like because I feel like still a lot going on in my brain. Like I say everything's not in like it's like sentences, but it's more like I've got like 12 different tabs opened and my brain thinks about all the things at once. So
Yeah.
that's where it's like there's always a lot going on because I'll think of something and then I'll be like, oh yeah, and then forget it. And then I spend the whole day thinking about that thing. And then I can never forget. So that's something that it's like my brain will totally focus on small things, but then I still don't really like visualize in full sentences in a way. Like it's
Okay.
hard to describe because everyone's so different that it's just like, how do I have like same thing as like when I read a book, every male character is the same vision in my head, but I can't be like this actor. Like that's why I can't fan cast because I just don't picture people.
Yeah. I also have the tabs. But yeah, I suck at fan casting as well, simply because like no one's going to look like what's in my head.
See, that's why it's kind of works out for me because it's like someone gets cast and I'm just like, "Oh, they were blonde. Okay." Like, so it's like something that just it's always a surprise. But sometimes I will sit there being like, "No, this isn't how I picture them." But I'm like, "I don't picture anything though, so what am I going on about?"
Cry even when people don't die.
Honestly, I cry about sad things and I cry about happy things. It doesn't like there's no knowing. Like I cried 3 times when I watched Transformers in the cinema, and it was all different emotions. Like if you watch a movie with me, like if it's not just like because like we did the teleparty and it was just messaging, but if you're actually with me watching a movie, you will notice I cry quite often at certain things for no rhyme or reason.
More likely to
Like
cry in a book though commercials.
I
If they
have, like,
cry.
one time I watched the news and I just got really sad. Like, it just happens.
I mean, our world is really sad.
That is true.
Visual and sentences, and I wish the sentences would shut up. Yes. That it's just loud. Like when people meditate and they're like, make your mind go blank. I'm like, that's literally impossible.
Yeah, because you start to sit there and be like, "Oh, so I'm just gonna think about not thinking," and then you just then that thought's there, so it's like, I'm
Mhm.
still thinking, like
Yeah. Fan casting is an art. I want people to embody the personality of a character and can't see it
Yes,
from
that's so true.
yeah. Transformers is sad though.
Right, right? Like, Bumblebee is my favorite character. I could go on a tangent, I will not go on a big one, but he's my favorite character. In every movie, something happens to him, and it's just like, like, I just can't. And, like, Marvel movies, I cried. Like, Guardians of the Galaxy, I was, like, full on sobbing, like, the whole time. So, like, and me and Kat talked about this afterwards, but I'm like, "Did you cry here, and did you cry here?"
Is that 1, 2, or 3?
The 3rd one.
Yeah, see, I'm worried about that one because it's the animals.
Mm. It hurt a lot.
Yeah, so, like, I haven't seen number 3 yet 'cause I didn't go to the cinema to see it, but worried. Like, that clip they shared when the animals were talking together and naming each other or themselves. No.
Like, see, like, that's, like, not even as bad as some, but, like, I feel like they did a really good job with the movie, but it's just it's a hard time.
Anyway, there was a Macca's commercial that made you cry. Yeah? I mean, what was the Macca's commercial about?
Was it like a Ronald McDonald House thing? Because they those ads are sad. Right? Like, can I say, like, a few years ago when they first talked about this movie, about it being about Rocket and his life, I was just like, "Mm-mm, I do not wanna know." I still went to the movie, and the way that they filmed it, not how I expected, but hurt so much more. And I will watch TikToks because obviously it was all over TikTok there for a while, and I was keep getting scenes. And there's 2 particular scenes where it's just Rocket saying something and a few different things where I'm just like like I just have to hear it and it makes me cry. And it's just like so every time I see the TikToks, but I still watch the whole thing. Like I could just skip it and not cry, but I'm like, I just want to hurt myself, obviously. I also agree with your next comment, Kat. I did laugh a lot. I cried a lot. It was emotional. There is actually so many movies though that make me like really emotional. Like Moulin Rouge, I'm like, someone needs to hold me, honestly, from the way that I sob at the end of that movie. I watched Schindler's List once. Do not recommend. That one hurt. Um, Lion King messes me up every time. There is a particular part of Downton Abbey that scarred me quite a lot that I have
Okay.
not said anything to Jenna about, obviously.
Yeah, Dad was driving through the drive-through like real late at night, and he wouldn't stop, but kept
Yes,
going
good.
around and around at the service since the baby's sleeping in the back, and just gets him the coffee.
That ad is so cute in the way that, like, they're, like, making the tea and coffee and really trying to help him. Oh my god. It's so good. Which one? Is that Downton Abbey? Because I did mention, like, 5 things.
Or is it the Macca's ad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember that ad, but why wouldn't the dad just drive around the streets and not the singular drive-through?
Well, he still needs a coffee.
But he wasn't planning on buying anything, wasn't he?
No, well, I know, because he doesn't wanna stop the car, so he keeps going around, and each time, yeah, he says, like, "Can I get this?" And then he's like, "Put 2 sugars in, put milk in," then he pays, and then he picks it up on the next one. So that's the
Okay.
point, like, he's trying to go drive-through without stopping.
Ah, okay.
See, I feel like people always forget that Ralph Fiennes was actually in Schindler's List, and I'm like, "It's him," and they're like, "No, it's some other dude." I'm like, "No, it's him." Like, he's the one in that movie that's the arsehole.
I haven't seen it, so I can't contribute.
I'd probably do recommend not. Like, it's very they don't hold back in that movie at all. It was the start of the book, right? Because that was pretty intense. Did not cry, obviously, but it was sad.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes more sense than him just driving around aimlessly. And okay.
Yeah, they like there's this specific scene that I can hear the scene, like not even visually see it, and I start tearing up because it's acted so well with Liam Neeson because he just kind of breaks down at the end of the movie and it's really sad. Right? Like, oh my god,
Sure.
Made in Manhattan is such a good movie though, but I also watch it like, oh, like it's like about him. I actually watched it twice within a week because it's such a good movie though.
I haven't seen it, so
Oh, you definitely gotta do like a reactions video to that one because it's such a good movie. And Tyler Posey is like the little kid, and he's so
huh?
tiny.
Cute. I still haven't sneezed yet.
Oh, really? It's been a while. Like we've been
Yeah.
like like nearly 25 minutes.
Baby Tyler Posey.
It's
Oh,
exactly. He's so
cute.
tiny.
I've seen Tyler Posey in real life. I
Yeah,
didn't pay to
cool.
meet him, but I was in the same room as him.
That's
So
pretty cool.
mhm. I can say that with so many people now, though.
Yeah. Yeah, the good thing about the fan conventions is you just know there's so many famous people there.
Yes. But also, just like, come to Melbourne, experience it with me, volunteer, you get free entry.
I know I'm gonna try and come to one eventually.
I'm sure there's another one happening in Sydney at some point this year.
Oh, I think it's happening like in September. There's like a book event thing happening too, where it's like a book expo happening in Sydney. I think it's in like October as well. So like there's so many events like coming up. And I'm just like, like I have no time. Like, especially because I've just spent so much money on things happening in 7 months. So
Yeah. It's ridiculous. Everyone needs to just stop for a second so we can catch up with everything that's already planned.
100%.
And that people have started planning their Rita's like outfits, and I'm like, I haven't even thought about what I'm wearing to the ball yet.
I'm just gonna wear my ball outfit to the after party. Like, just gonna get down in full ball attire. Yes.
Yeah.
See, for everyone that probably doesn't know, we're going to the Celestial Ball in February, and we're also going to Taylor Swift a few days beforehand. So there is many things. And then also for me, a few days before that, I'm going to Pink. So like I was like, oh, Pink concert. turned into like a 3-week, 3-state adventure.
Yeah. I also realized I'm gonna have like there's gonna be 4 of us like girls in a tiny apartment for like a bit. I don't know how we're gonna get ready.
Oh, I know. Like,
Okay.
it's going to be an intense.
Yeah. Oh,
Honestly, I just was like not focusing on that part of it, but I was just like, he was just nice to the kid. He was nice.
I mean, apparently not as nice as you thought, though.
No. Like the politics is a big part, but I'm also just like, focus on the romance, please.
Maybe.
Yes. Maybe. Yes, I will try.
Well,
You just
I
have to
would.
come to Brisbane where we are.
Yeah, I would like to, but we haven't booked flights yet, so.
Yeah. We
But I
actually
am.
need to figure out how long we are going to Brisbane for.
Yeah, I feel like we will have at least one free day.
Yeah. And I 100% have to see you again if I'm this close to you.
Hmm. Us.
Yes.
Maybe we need to plan a meetup in Brisbane while we're there.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, well, because obviously I'm like going to go to, because like Taylor's on Sunday, but I'm turning up on Friday because flights are really expensive. Because obviously, like flights and accommodation have just gone crazy because of Taylor Swift, which makes sense.
Oh yeah, because you're
And
paying so
then,
much for accommodation.
yeah, well, yeah, like at least I was like, when you were like, you can stay with me, I'm like, okay, I'll come. Because I'm like, I don't want to spend that much on accommodation. But so that's Sunday, and then the Friday following week is when ball stuff starts happening. So we've got 4 days in between.
Except I am working 3 of those days.
Yeah.
I
guess,
will have exactly 0 annual leave days. So
yeah.
problem about starting a new job and then having to take Christmas off as well. I hate that places take Christmas out of your annual leave days.
Oh, really?
Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we just get it like just as like public holiday. So
But do you get 2 full weeks off or do you just get the public holidays off?
we just get the day of Christmas off
Yeah,
because we don't open.
offices usually will shut down for 2 weeks.
Oh,
And
okay.
they force that to happen and they will take it out of your annual leave. You don't get to choose.
Yeah, that's annoying. Yeah.
I need to
I
sneeze again, which is why I've stopped talking.
I know we're really excited that it's added because like I mean like especially Jenna because she's like that's her favorite song so she was really hoping that it was going to be on the set list but I just thought that like Enchanted was just very like Enchanted on there but like Speak Now only had 1 song and it needed to have a couple more. So at least there's 2 but I still feel like they could also do more. But the show runs time is like 3 hours, so that's like she's already got a lot of performances and stuff. Like as it gets closer and closer, I'm getting more and more excited, and I'm definitely getting more of my tailored knowledge in there because I really want to be like big fan by the time I go. I even like started like I definitely know that I want to dress as Speak Now because I forgot how much I love this album, and Enchanted's one of my favorite songs. So I've been online buying like different things that I think could work for outfits, but I also have bought stuff for like I haven't found a dress for the ball yet. Like I feel like it's very much a hard decision to make because like I have to find like a really nice dress for it. So that is something that I'm scared to do. And I have found some stuff for the Friday meet and greet though, because it's meant to be like Valkyrie themed, which is fun. But like, see, all these things, I just keep spending money on more things like beads for Taylor Swift. And like, I bought sunnies, I bought clips, bought clothes, I bought a bag for the concert. Like, I just keep buying things that I'm just like, if I wasn't going to all these things, I would not have thought to buy them. I am wanting to do a dress because I just want to find a purple dress because I feel like that's the vibe. So I'm hoping that once summer comes, I'm going to be able to find something at the shops. So I'm just literally going to go to every shop and look for a purple dress, which will be my hope.
Nice.
Because it's hard. Like, you can online shop and you can get some stuff from like some of the shops that are like really cheap, but you just never know if it's going to be good when it turns up. So like, I'm bought some clothes for the ball, which I'm like, I don't know if they're going to be good, but at least I'm doing it early enough that if it's not good, I've got more time.
Fair, fair. I haven't even started thinking about it. I think I'm gonna do dress for errors.
Yeah.
But
I'm also thinking because it's going to be hot. So
I mean, we say that, but like Harry Styles was from Taylor, it'll be pretty much exactly a year. And it was so hot first night and it was raining night two. So
yeah, that's good point. We're just got to get ponchos. If it rains,
well,
adds to the
we
outfit.
should I imagine we'll be under the cover because we're so
Oh
high up.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So at least we have that.
Yeah. And at least obviously the ball is inside a building, so that's good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't imagine it's going to rain while we're in Brisbane.
I mean, you never know, but like, because I haven't really been to Brisbane and I haven't been to the Gold Coast for like 12 years. It's been a long time.
I was there in May and
Yeah.
it didn't rain, but
And it was just hot, I'm guessing.
it was like pleasant. It was warm.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah. Okay, let's read again.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Find a
we're
little bit
gonna
more motivation.
yes, so gotta read for another half hour and then we'll be back to wrap things up.
Yeah.
See you then.
See ya.
Hello.
Hey,
How was the book?
good. I didn't make it very far again. I only got it to page 220, but like there's so many different POVs in this story that like you follow a character for so long and then you're like, oh yeah, there's this other character that I forgot about. So something kind of like fun happened, but I still like they're still going towards something bad, but it was just like, oh, characters being different, so enjoying it.
Nice.
Did you finish your first story?
I did. Do you care about spoilers?
Oh, I'm okay.
Oh, cool. And if anyone watching cares about spoilers, block your ears now. So there was her mum every day kept calling the main character and was talking about the news. And every day on the news were these foxes showing up and missing women. And every day it was there's more foxes and there's more women gone missing. It was the women turning into the foxes.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay.
Yeah. And at the end, the main character doesn't turn into a fox, but she like the whole thing. She was like, what even am I doing with my life? I've worked in retail forever. I have no life ambitions." But she gets her passport and she gets the hell out of there.
Nice. Nice. I mean, I feel that because I also work. Well, I work in like retail, but like supermarkets are a bit different. But it's just
Yeah. So if women around you start turning into foxes, that's your sign to get your passport and get out of there.
yeah, it's a good tip.
Yeah. Yeah, then I started the next story, which was about a vampire and a were-dragon meeting on a beach.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah,
So a good like little collection of stories. Like you never really know what you're gonna get.
yeah. I've been pleasantly surprised so far. So both stories so far have been about young women by young women.
Okay.
I just assumed going in because the cover and the people who ran it gave off like old white men vibes.
Oh, okay.
So it's been nice to read so far.
Yeah.
Okay, Tracy read 23 pages. Nice.
Yay. It's a good amount.
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to wrap up now. Thank you, everybody, for
Yeah.
watching,
Thanks for
and
joining.
Abbey for being here, even though I was incredibly unprepared.
That's all good. We had a fun time.
Mm. There will be another Sprints and Chats with Kat next month. And I already have my guest lined up for it. We just have to pick a date. Yeah. So we will see everybody then.
Yeah.
Good.
Bye.
Bye and